Good afternoon and welcome to another exciting edition of Inside Franklin Athletics. I am your host, Brian Powers.
And I am your co-host, Chaz Hill.
And we have with us today the man, the myth, the legend, Olympic hopeful, state championship contender, water cutting, swimming swimmer, all-star, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Franklin Community High School junior Cade Oliver.
Thank you.
That was a heck of a list of superlatives. Yeah,
I know. Well,
that was beautiful.
I started to think, I was like, the introductions suck lately.
So we got to spice it up. We got to turn it into WWE introductions.
Yeah,
we need laser lights. We need music.
We need to get our height, weight, age.
Oh. Cade, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am very well, thank you. But it's not about me. It's about you. I asked you. You need to go more in depth. That was a horrible answer.
Terrible.
I'm doing
Okay,
great
so
right now.
Terrible. 0 to 10.
Thank you for asking so much.
Tonight, big night. What is tonight?
Sectional prelims.
Sectional prelims. What does that mean? Where are you swimming? What are you swimming?
So tonight is sectional prelims for the guys. That means that this is like the beginning part to get to state. So a lot of people will actually be trying to do good tonight, but try to save a little bit more for Saturday just so they can try to get into that state cut area. So a lot of people actually who make it to state don't actually get the cuts, but they get called back. So
okay, so they're like there's the if someone is participating in another event and they drop out or something like that. Then
So with a callback, it's like you miss the state cut by like barely anything, and then later on in like next week-ish, like Wednesday, they'll say, "Oh, hey, you made it back in this event," and they'll email your coach.
Nice.
Okay. And if you want to get in the state, you also can just win your event at sectionals.
That makes sense.
That is a good strategy.
Yes.
Why don't you
So-
just do that?
Winning
That's the
is
plan.
good.
Okay, yeah.
Genius. Now, what events do you typically swim in? Okay.
So for sectionals, I'll be swimming in the 100 back and the 2 IM, and I'll be swimming in 2 relays, both the 2 medley and the 4 free relay.
Okay. So do you do the backstroke and the medley?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Are you
Good stuff.
are you strict backstroke or do you do the other ones too?
I do everything. So IM is actually a mixture of everything. It's a 50 fly, 50 back, 50 breast, and 50 free. Nice. And that's been one of my main events for ever since like 10. So
Okay. Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
He can do it all, folks.
So where are you seated? How are we looking?
So I looked at the conference times a couple weeks ago, and from conference, I'm seated second in the 100 back and state, and then I think I'm seated third. So
That's big time right
That
there.
is big time.
So now last year, obviously you guys had a very strong team as well.
we did.
How did last year go for you?
Last year did not go very good for me. I was actually sick for about the whole month of February.
Michael Jordan flu game scenario.
Yeah, so I was sick, and I didn't drop any time, and it got in my head at sectionals because actually I got beat by one of my teammates at the time named Griffin Edwards. He beat me in the 2 IM, and it really threw me off. And so I was not in a very good game going into section or going to state, and so I got 7th in the 2 IM, and I got 10th in the 100 back. But like that was not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be higher in the IM and higher in the backstroke. So, but
It's weird that like being in cold water all the time would get you sick at some point. Right?
yeah.
I don't know what kind of science this is, but it makes no sense.
How do you handle the water like that? Do you just jump right in, or what do you do?
I jump in and then I flail around for a little bit, acting like a little girl.
Nice,
For
of
like,
course. High-pitched screams,
Yes.
of course,
Yes.
yeah.
That's all you hear in the pool whenever people jump in is just a high-pitched yelp, and then they stuff their face in the water and try to get warm.
Yeah.
So
It's freezing.
It is pretty
Now,
freaking cold.
The best part, I saw this earlier in the year, was I went down there during the PE class, so the freshman PE class, and so they had to, and the teachers made them just jump in, and that was high comedy because They were squealing, but then it was also like just expletives just
Oh,
coming
of course.
out.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic. So it was
It doesn't change even if you're on a swim team.
it was great. So so we were talking to Coach DeWitt last week.
Yeah, it was last week, yeah.
And he was talking about how you have reached a qualifying mark. Tell us about that.
Okay, so you're talking about the Olympic trials.
Yeah,
Something kind of important.
I'm talking about the Olympic trials.
So for that, there's a certain time I have to go, and last summer, you're only allowed to qualify during long course seasons. So long course is whenever they change the pool to 50 meters.
Okay.
And so it's just one giant pool, basically, instead of two separate smaller pools. And so for long course, you try to survive a whole 100. And for that time, I was supposed to go 56.59 was the cut, and I was a 56.9. So I just barely missed it as juniors. And I'm also close in my 200 back as well. I'm 1 second and 1/100th off on the two backstroke, and then I'm gonna try to get my 200 IM as well, which I'm like 2 seconds off in that.
So when would you get that? Would that be at state?
Yes. So senior state is coming up after state or after high school state, and senior state's for club, and they'll do prelims. There'll be short course yards, and for finals, you'll be long course meters for kids who are trying to get their Olympic trial cuts.
So if that happens, where does that happen? When? All that stuff.
So when it's in mid-June, I think, and it will be at Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
And it's a really, really beautiful pool. If you ever get a chance, look up the pool. It's amazing. The atmosphere around there. I went 2016 just to watch because I made a camp that they took us out there and let us watch one day.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. It was a great experience.
So what makes a beautiful pool?
What are the qualifiers?
Like I've seen a beautiful pool before.
Really? Where?
Yes. Yeah, it was in Cancun. It was on our.
That does sound like a pretty beautiful pool.
It was probably a little bit different, but.
Now I have heard that the IUPUI natatorium is like world renowned and stuff like that. So is the one in Omaha better than that? Like what are the qualifiers for a beautiful pool?
Qualifier for a beautiful pool, in my opinions, big open stadium seating almost. So like the seating there was absolutely amazing. You could see the whole pool. The lighting was really nice actually. I think the lighting is a big portion of it. The lighting in Omaha was all directed onto the pool itself.
So it's almost like a stage.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's just like the lighting around it was very dark and very light on the pool. And you could watch there's like Olympians there. You could watch them warm up. It was, and then they had pools in the ready room is what they call it. And that's where you like are getting ready to go out to your event. Back behind there's warm up pools. They had like 3 25-yard pools.
Wow.
And be in mind, this is actually all set up a month in advance.
Yeah.
So they actually deconstruct the pool, and they do like basketball tournaments there. So they'll reconstruct that.
Okay.
It's really
Crazy.
cool how they do it.
Is this at a college or is it like
It's like some
just a complex?
Yeah, just some
Okay.
complex that like used for multiple things. So it's pretty cool.
Cool stuff.
So is the pool like when you talk about it's a beautiful pool? Is that for when you're talking about the fans, or is that for you as a swimmer? Like, do you notice are there certain types of pools you like more, or is it just like it's a pool?
Yes. So there are definitely pools that I like way more. I'm used to my home pool, so I love that pool. Love our pool. It's one of the nicest pools in the state, actually.
Yeah.
I like Pike's pool. Pike has an amazing pool as well. And IUPUI's pool is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And IU's pool is also really nice.
Yeah.
I like their pool. And so a lot of swimmers actually have pools where they swim way faster than they do any other pool. And it's
Really?
just like, I think it's more of a mental state. Like once you're at this pool, you feel like, okay, I'm ready. I feel good. And you're in that moment where you feel amazing.
Yeah. So, if you were to qualify for the Olympics, the Olympic trials, would you? I mean, is that something you would do? Like, and is that how is that set up? Do you know?
So the Olympic trials, if I do qualify for
Actually,
that,
let's go with this. When you qualify.
There it is. Not if.
How's it going to work?
Not if. We're
Yeah.
speaking it into existence.
Yes.
When it happens.
All right.
When it happens, how's it going to go?
when I qualify at senior state, hopefully, I'll have a couple other chances too if I don't make it there. But at senior state, if I qualify there, I will sign up for the meet as always. But they check. So like USA Swimming will check, see if you have the cut.
Right.
And once you sign up for that meet, I'll drive out there most likely, and I mean it's just like any other meet, I guess, technically. But
Okay.
this meet's bigger because if I do get first or second in my event, then I would qualify for the Olympics.
That would qualify him as our most famous podcast guest.
I don't know. Josh Sable might have a word against that. He might be pretty mad.
Sable would like a word, but
Olympian.
yeah. So is it something where it would be set up like? Do they seed it based off of times? Because I know, like in track, when they do prelims, it's they don't have everyone with the same time in there.
Yes.
So is that how it is? So you could potentially be in the same race as another high schooler, as a college All-American, and as I don't know whoever the new Michael Phelps is. Is that
Yes.
Is that how that would work?
So that is completely how that works. So they do what's called pyramid seeding,
Yeah.
and so first place would be in the last heat of, and they'll be lane 4, and so from there. Second place is in the second to last heat, lane 4, and then they do it like that, and
Okay.
then third, and so on and so forth.
So, for the lanes, do you have a favorite lane that you like to be in?
I prefer the outside lanes.
Okay.
We call it outside smoke, and so whenever you're in the outside lane, they don't expect you. So whenever you beat them, they're just like, oh, I didn't really expect that guy
A
to
little
beat
bit
me.
of gamesmanship in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just said it was interesting. Yeah.
So with the waves and stuff, how does that affect you?
So with like the pool, like our pool and IUPUI's pool and stuff like that, there's actually not that much like current and stuff like that. So waves, current, like that's all kind of dissipated from how the pool's set up. And
So they can set it up like that?
Yeah, so the way the IUPUI pools set up is like their gutters are really deep, and so whenever the water is hitting that wall, it goes into the gutters, and so it doesn't splash back at you.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So it's a really nice concept, and it helps us a lot.
Yeah, okay.
So.
So, now I don't want to get you in trouble here. So here's what we're gonna do: the worst pool you swim in, or you swim in each year, the pool you're like, God, I hate going here, or whatever. It rhymes with. What does it rhyme?
We were talking about it earlier, and you know whose pool is not very good.
So it would rhyme.
I mean, it's like upstairs
Yeah.
and it's hot, and my parents are literally sitting in the pool.
Okay.
Like,
So it
it's-
would rhyme with Martinsville.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
Oh no.
Dang it! You weren't supposed to say it.
So it's like upstairs.
Yeah. It's
Oh, that's crazy.
and
That's weird.
the best thing is you have to walk downstairs to the locker rooms.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Annoying.
So how'd you get started in swimming?
Oh goodness. I was
With the little floaties on.
I was actually 4 whenever I first started. I started swimming club at like 5-ish.
Yeah.
But my parents convinced me into swimming because they were like, oh, well, your cousins swim, so maybe you should try it. I was like, okay, yeah. And my cousins are actually Mac Ratzlaff and Bella Ratzlaff.
Oh,
they
wow.
go here.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I was like 5, and I wasn't like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't the best thing ever. And some people at their pool, like some of the coaches, would throw things at us whenever we were swimming.
What?
Yeah.
Like dodgeball, dodging wrenches in the pool.
Yeah.
If you count a chair and wrench, then yeah.
How old were you?
At that time, I think I was like 7,
Why did they throw stuff at you?
because they got mad at us and we wouldn't listen.
Oh, like your coaches? Oh,
Yeah.
your coaches.
Oh yeah, coaches.
You thought they're just random people
Oh
would
yeah,
just
I
show
thought,
up.
it was like they were just pissed because they're killing everyone.
Oh,
These
no.
These
Are you
dang kids.
Serious? Like he's got some 35-year-old dad throwing a chair at his 7-year-old because he beat his son. Like, no, it's our coaches. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
oh, it's
acceptable.
coaches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, I was swimming there until I was like 7, and then I moved over to Franklin Parks and Rec, and I swam with the Park and Rec's program for a little bit, and then my mom actually met DeWitt at a meet because she saw him cheering and loved the way he cheered.
I saw a couple pictures of him. Did you see those pictures of him?
He
I did
jumps
not,
and he
no.
gets so
Does
excited.
he get into
and-
it?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
My kind of guy.
A couple pictures of him this week I saw on Twitter. He was just up. He had
Yeah.
one knee up, and then one knee's way up, and then the other leg is
Some
it's
extension,
not
huh?
really, not really as high up off the
well.
ground, but
Yeah, he doesn't
but
get
We
that
take what
high
we
off
can
the
get.
ground.
He was just going crazy.
Oh, he loves getting like wild. He's probably one of the most like energetic coaches on the pool.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, my mom saw him at a meet one time, and we're like, we're going to Franklin, and so
Yeah.
I've been with them for probably about 8 or 7 years. So I mean, I've been swimming for around 12, I think,
Oh,
12 years. So
awesome. So, what's your plan after high school? Now you're a junior, so you've still got one more year after you win 2 state championships this year.
Absolutely, yes.
And then you'll win 2 or 3 next year after the Olympic gold medal.
It's a heck of a year you got coming up.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got a big year coming up. We're really excited for you.
We've got the trophy cases made
Yep.
already
Yep, we're probably going to put one of the gold medals
in here because
yeah.
we spoke it into existence. So
Yep.
it's kind of our fault.
Absolutely.
It's our
Absolutely.
responsibility.
So get
it's
on.
just kind of how it works.
Yep, sorry.
well,
So anyways, plans.
so actually, I have committed to college. I'm going to be going to the University of Missouri.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Thank
Should have
you.
guessed by the pop
Yep.
socket.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So
All right. SEC. Nice.
Well, if we go by
Yes.
pop sockets, then my wife is going to C9. So
It's a great place. You can get a great education there.
yes.
I love C9.
So yeah, I've committed there. I was actually talking to West Point at one point, and Florida, and
So when can you do the signing? That's not till next year.
that's
right?
until my senior year.
Okay.
But I've committed, like I've verbally committed, and so they know, like
That's
basically
awesome.
they have me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I will probably be going there doing backstroke, but they've said like they could switch me into whatever really.
Oh yeah, you're D1. They're doing whatever they want with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You are
Yeah.
their property. You sign
Oh,
that
yeah.
paper.
There
They want
you
to,
are theirs.
They want you to go run track. You're gonna run track. It doesn't
Oh yeah.
matter.
So they actually are 3rd in the nation right now.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited to go there. I actually went there because I loved the coaching staff, and they had a great program for me. So
What? So
Yeah.
what kind of bag did they give you there? Like
Oh,
they dropped
goodness.
the bag. Was there like bags of cash? Was it
Gold bars.
Yeah.
Car
Did
keys.
they give you a car? House?
Free computer.
Yeah. What'd you ask for?
I didn't ask for anything.
What did your parents ask for?
There it
Nothing.
is.
I find
Nothing.
this hard to believe.
I doubt it.
No,
So you're just a good old wholesome swimmer.
well, they did offer me money, but that was their that was their choosing. That was their choosing, not mine.
Scholarship money. Money, right? Okay.
Yeah, scholarship money.
Yeah, there was this guy. He walked into the room. And he had a trench coat on and a mask, and he just had a briefcase full of cash. I said no,
All right,
but
we totally need
I
to
said-
get
I
that.
said no,
We totally
no.
need to get that cut. So it's just like, well, they did offer me money, but that was their choice. Cut.
Yeah.
And that's what we push out.
Oh yeah.
Like we talk about
Get them in
NCAA
trouble.
recruiting violations. This is a good time. Olympic memories. Okay. So we only have a couple more minutes here. I'm going to ask you the dumbest question you've ever been asked, but I'm going to ask it. Do you know what question I'm going to ask?
I don't. But I'm excited.
Do you know what question I'm going to
I
ask?
have no idea.
Have you ever peed in a pool?
Oh, that's a great.
Of course. Everyone
Oh, that's
does.
So disgusting.
Yikes.
Okay, but at least I
gross.
don't poop in the pool. I've
No,
seen.
That should-
no,
that-
that
No,
doesn't-
no,
that
no, no,
doesn't
no.
make it any
That's
better.
not a high bar.
You
like,
think-
that's not,
you think
that's something
so.
to be proud of.
You think so, but I've seen so many turds in pools. It's gross.
How many is so many, and why is
Like,
that a number that I need to know?
At least like 10 a year.
Oh, 10 a year? How?
Is this something
Is
we
it
need
like
to
during
investigate?
meets?
Okay, this is like public pools.
How many
and-
public
Oh
pools do
my
you go
gosh.
to?
Where do you think I swim?
I don't like.
What
In
about,
public pools.
the one that's here at the
So
school?
do you go out to the Franklin City pool over the summer, and that's where you work out? Like,
No. Well, actually, during the summer, we do go there once a week or once.
do you go
one
like
time a
during the
week, yeah.
day? Those, so
No,
when it's
we
like,
go in the
so when
morning.
it's like adult swim,
Oh,
they have
goodness,
to get...
no. We go in the mornings. The day
And that's
is
when you
terrible.
see turds in the pool? Don't they get
I've
them
seen
out?
turds, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That is disgusting.
Unbelievable.
Have you peed while you've been swimming in a race?
Can't do that. Never been able to do that. It hurts.
I thought he was saying like you can't.
It's
like
it's
against
legal.
the rules.
Yes.
No.
Well, according to page 19, section 5, clause
He won the state, but he got disqualified. Why? He peed
peed.
himself
B.
in the race.
He urinated.
What?
Wow.
Oh, that is. So, but other people can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone could. I'm sure if they practice enough. I
How
don't
do you
really.
practice?
I don't really practice trying to pee. in
I'm
the pool.
imagining DeWitt saying, "All right, this section, next 5 minutes. Here's what we're doing.
Trying to
This
pee
is
while you
practicing."
swim.
Hey, listen, we're doing well. Season's going great. I want you to not focus on your event for the next 5 minutes. Focus on peeing. So that is. I can't get over the fact that there's turds in the pool.
I mean, I don't want to find them, but
I would hope
occasionally, yeah, you can see turds in the pool.
Just like hanging on the bottom.
Oh, it would be like
That's
in the
why
corner.
he does backstroke.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
wanna look.
I don't want to see it.
Oh
No, the
my
worst
gosh.
thing actually is hair. Like, so there's so much hair in the pool, you'll see like globs of hairballs. The worst thing I've ever happened to me is getting swimming and there'll be a piece of hair that goes in my mouth and it'll be slapped across my face while I'm still swimming.
Wow.
And you're like
Wow.
trying to get it out of your mouth while swimming and you do a flip turn, you like that, like trying to get it out of your mouth. It's terrible.
This is a problem I was not ready for.
Yeah,
At all.
No,
there's
it's
so
not
much-
fun.
Oh man, that is crazy. So I see. Here's the thing. I already thought swimming was hard enough because I think swimming is.
Oh, it's
Swimming
awful.
swimming is one of the.
Props to you.
I think obviously I'm a little biased, but I think like swimming and cross country or track are two of the most physically and mentally demanding sports.
I would
Just
take
'cause there's-
football 2-a-days over doing PE swimming ever again for the rest of my life. I swear. I've said that since high school. Like, PE swimming, one of the hardest things I've ever had to
Oh
do.
yeah,
It's awful.
swimming is so hard, and it's one of those sports. It's one of those things where it just shows how mental everything is. Because,
yeah.
because like you said last year, when you went in, you were kind of checked out at the
yeah.
end of the year, and it didn't matter how good your times probably weren't even that bad.
No.
But you were just checked out mentally, and it didn't matter. You weren't getting anywhere
Yeah.
with that. So tonight you've got sectionals, and then after you win sectionals, what happens? We go.
So we have prelims tonight, finals on Saturday, and then from Saturday finals we'll go over to state prelims on next Friday,
Yeah.
and then state finals on Saturday.
Fantastic. So how's the team gonna do? How are we looking team wise?
I don't know. It'll be a little bit of a challenge just because we haven't really seen the full potential of everyone. Some people have been out during big meets like conference and county. Like some people have been out, so I don't know. We'll see.
So did you clog the drains and put the water flood the locker room?
Oh, yes, DeWitt told us the story.
Oh goodness.
Was it you?
It was not my idea,
Oh, not his idea.
but I did help.
That is a soft no right there.
I was a part of it, but I didn't start it.
Well, no.
No, but yes.
So
I had some of the ideas, but I did not come up with the idea. I'm not going to say names, but I
what
like
does
the
the
idea.
name rhyme with?
Cannot disclose that information.
That's a long last name.
Interesting.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
So did you just take a bunch of like toilet paper and stuff and put it in the drain?
No, so we took kickboards. We took some kickboards and we'll take some weights. We put them on top of the drains, and then we wrapped a towel around the drain that's on the shower.
Okay.
So it's like a one communal shower that's like a giant tube.
Naturally.
And so we wrapped the towel around that, and then we clogged the drains, and it got up to like middle of our ankle, like between our ankle and our calf, like right in between there.
And then did you tell like DeWitt to go in there, or did he
No,
just come in?
we just opened the door and it kind of flooded out.
onto his shoes.
Yeah.
So how did he react? Was he? You don't even have to describe it. Just was he A, happy, B, disappointed, C, mad?
I think halfway between happy and mad. Actually, I would say halfway between happy and disappointed.
I'm not happy. I'm just disappointed.
He's like, he just kind of laughed it off and was like, just unclog the drain.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
That's a good reaction.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
You're kind of annoyed, but you're like, and that's kind of what he said, wasn't it?
Yeah, he
just
wasn't
like,
necessarily mad, but he kind of in the back of his brain.
It's
he thought
like
it was
one of those
funny.
things where you like as an educator, you hear things lots of times where it's like you
Yeah.
have to pretend like you're mad at someone, like if someone farts in class.
I'm
like,
sorry, I've
hey,
never met a teacher who's ever been mad at that.
Stop. Just stop farting. Look in your head, you're like, nice.
That's the high bar of content you can expect from the Inside Franklin Athletics podcast.
That's how we roll. So, all right. Well, that is the bell. That is the end of our coach period. So we need to go. Cade, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. And when you win the Olympic gold medal, we will see you back here. Correct?
Yep.
That'll be an interview right there.
Oh man,
Game changer.
man, that'll take this rocket ship
Through the moon.
shoot it right off. So, all right. I am Brian Powers.
I'm Chaz Hill.
And I'm Cade Oliver.
We will see you next time on Inside Franklin Athletics.